on when the battery's failing on me again. Gotta hurry up. So, let's line these up again. Okay, so I want to get the same height. Just going to do like this, and knock this off here. So that's the length of my dowel. Over here, I want you to just see something. I put this here because the camera's in the way. Can you still see that? Okay. I put a piece back here when I'm cutting stuff like this in here so that it doesn't get pulled in there, right? So I'm left with my pin and nothing was going to get pulled in there, right? So I got to make two of the same. Okay, so this piece is still screwed on to the faceplate for this. Okay, now if you look underneath, I have my 3/4 or my 1-inch maple spacer, and this is 3/4. That is the distance I need to keep this square with the table, or this surface perpendicular to the table. And I have a spacer here and here, same distance, which means those markers are going to hit square into this piece. Okay, if you can see that. There's the marker, it's moving. Okay, so I'm just going to tap those in there, and then I'm going to go over to the drill press and drill these out. So I'm using the center drill. I got support under here, and I just want to make sure I don't mess this up. So if I start small, I have less chance of screwing this up. There, I got my pilot hole for that one. And I got my pilot hole for that one. Now I'm going to set up my bit for the 1/8 bit. I'm gonna go in with what they call a Forstner bit. And I'm just gonna go the depth of my pin. I'm just transferring basically these centers so I can pick up this center on the other side. As far as woodworking, a drill press isn't a bad thing. Holes have not budged, and I have a witness mark on this side, so I can go in there with my Forstner bit and bring this down again, change the bit over to the Forstner bit. It's funny, these things weren't made. They work better within a collet, right? But when you're trying to grab onto a cylindrical, I suppose they do it with a drill bit. If it doesn't require much torque, it'll hold, but you can use a collet for these, depending on what kind of machine you got. Okay, so I got my 9/32 bit in there. So I'm just going to follow through the hole. If I go, you can't deviate. You gotta be really perpendicular to the holes. But it's a tight fit, and that's what I wanted, right? Now that everything's set in there, dowels in there, a bit of glue, closely over here, I have a hole at every inch. But it's not necessary because I have around 3 inches of play here I can play with. So basically I could poke a hole at every 3 inches. I'm going to put it at every inch just so that I don't wear out my router jig by trying to adjust it all the time. Like the base of the router itself is only aluminium, right? Okay, so I really don't know how big to make this, but this seems like an appropriate dimension. If I poke 5/8 at the bottom of this, the same depth, or maybe a little slightly less, because this is 3/8 I believe. I'm just going to check to make sure. It's 3/8. If I go like a quarter deep and I made something with the same size of shank, this is 5/16 of an inch. That seems like an appropriate dimension for the shaft, and then I'm just going to add some threads at the end of it. So that'll be like this, right? Some threads on this portion of it. So I gotta take a measurement, finer measurement. And I gotta take a measurement to know. How about I get me a pencil? Grab my pencil. This is basically the same block. So I'm going to go 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so basically this is what my fastener is going to look like. And I'm going to do that on the lathe. Okay, so I'm going to chuck it there, or I'm going to choke up at it on it as much as I can, because I'm not going to be using a live center on this. Okay, so up, pick that up. Now 1/2 inch, 400, 800 RPM should be fine. And I'm going to cut it at, well, I can cut it at 760. It's funny, my machine develops a vibration at these higher RPMs. Kind of annoying. I'm not sure what's causing that. Alright, so I'm going to start by actually mark on there, bring it down to a 2 inch. Okay, so at 2 inch on here. And you can either mark it with Dicom or like I just did now and set your zeros on everything. or you can just go in there and actually give it a skim or a little trim with the bit. So that's pretty much, I see that now, right? Then it should be, yeah, there's my quarter. I was right about that. So there's that portion of it. So now I gotta skim this down to 5/16. Okay. Add a little oil for the threads cutting portion of it, right? Make sure I get some nice threads. Come on, where's the oil at? Come on, there it is. And I said I needed at least 5/8 of that to be threads. So 5/8, where are you? There's 5/8. I need that much thread. Okay. I'm going to unlock my my chuck and get this ready for. Now how I'm going to do this is extend my coil, get it started within the threads. Keep a little bit of pressure on it, and then I can undo that. Oh, I got a spin up. No. Okay, so that should be good. I'm going to back this out. So I'm going to take this off. So that started correctly for a thread. So I'm going to take my die handle, I wish I had a better set, but it's one of those things, right? It's always about money. Unless a person can find some tools that somebody's letting go. Now I'm going to lock the chuck to its lowest setting. I'm going to go in 5/8. I don't know how far that is in yet, just yet. Let's check it out. Whoops. About 5/8. That's 5/8 right there. Yeah, I'm 5/8 in. So that should be good. Just going to touch it up with a file. That should be, yeah, that's perfect. Now how does this thread on there? Does it go? Does it thread on nicely? Yep. So those threads are okay. Now I'm going to extend this a bit so I can part it off.